In episode 2 of How to Surf Skate Like a Pro, we're helping you pick the best surf skate. The world of surf skates has opened up the doorway for the fastest surfing progression ever. But navigating it and learning how to choose the right board is always going to be a challenge, not dissimilar to selecting the perfect surfboard. So today, let's run through how to do it. This video is brought to you by the Ultimate Surf Skate Program. It's my best-selling online course teaching you how to surf skate like a pro in a structured online program. Download training PDFs and get exclusive lectures from me over at thesurfersroadmap.com. Now, I get messages from you guys almost every single day over on Instagram asking me about which surf skate setup to choose. Now, I'm going to apologize in advance because I can't always get back to everybody. So today I want to cover that video topic for you. Now, I'm really excited because I've partnered up with Smoothstar for today's video, and we're going to give away one of these epic surf skates. To find out how, you'll have to watch till the end. Importantly, I'm not going to be focusing here on aesthetics only. I'm here to improve my surfing, and if you are as well, then you're watching the right video. Now, here's what we need to consider when it comes to choosing the best surf skate. Number 1, your height. Number 2, your weight. Number 3, your goals. And of course, your current ability level. Your height. This is not typically discussed in surfing or in surf skating, but it actually has a pretty significant impact on the length of board that you need. That's because your height has a direct impact on how wide your surf stance is. Generally speaking, if you're taller, you'll have a wider surf stance because you've got longer legs. Your surf stance naturally will be about shoulder width apart, so your feet will actually rest on the board about shoulder width apart or just a slightly bit further than that. So using that calculation, if I was to try and jump on the little hammerhead here, the surf skate that's built for grommets at 26 inches, that would be an inappropriately sized board because my natural surf stance would see my foot either extending off the end of the board or extending off the back, and I may have to compromise that. And as we know, when we have to bring our feet too close together in surfing or in any sort of balance sport, we tend to compromise balance because we can't lower our center of gravity as effectively. So that's obviously going to be a big no-no for me. This board here, which is the Toledo, looks incredible. I love the look of this board. This one here is a 34 inch. So this one for me would be maybe 1 or 2 inches long, but it's still something that I could probably ride, and it would actually end up being, I think, quite a good training tool for me to ride that bigger board because it would take more effort to turn, which would translate quite well into surfing. There obviously is a limit there though. If I was to choose something like the Manta Ray, which comes in 36 inches and even more, then that would probably be too big of a jump to be able to train effectively on. Now, if I jumped over here to this board, which is the Flying Fish, this one here at 32 inches would be a pretty good board for me and would translate quite well over to my surfing, particularly if I'm practicing my shortboard or fish surfing that I'm trying to improve. This one over here, potentially my performance shortboard or even a longboard. If you think about how weight impacts surfing, it mainly has to do with buoyancy and control. Buoyancy would be measured by volume in a surfboard. However, because we don't have to worry about buoyancy on our surf skates, which we ride on the concrete, our main concern is going to be control. How do we achieve control on surf skates? With the wheels, which essentially act like the fins on our surfboard. By utilising different wheel sizes, we can impact the amount of control that we can have over the surf skate. Simply put, the more contact the wheel has with the concrete, the grippier it will be. So if you're a heavy person transferring a lot of force through the board, you'll naturally want bigger wheels to handle the pressure. So this Manta Ray here at 36 inches with large wheels is going to be appropriate for that bigger surfer or the heavier surfer. If you're a lighter person, then you could go with something else. You could go with these smaller setups and still get a nicer or effective purchase against the concrete. And it can also be a strategic move. So for instance, here on the Flying Fish, I've got small wheels on the front and mediums on the back. What I could do is actually switch those up and thus reduce the grip on the back of the board to find a looser performing product. So if I'm interested in doing sort of tail slides and rotational maneuvers, perhaps I'm practicing my fin throws and re-entries, that can actually help me do that. I can get a nice purchase on the front with the mediums on the front and then have a looser back end to be able to sort of throw it out. There's really a lot you can do with changing up the wheel setups. Similarly, if you are skating on rougher surfaces, so you've got a road that's not really super nice and smooth, you can actually use a bigger wheel setup just to find that grip that you need. Our third factor, your goals. What do you want to get out of your surf skating? If it's greater surfing ability, like the 3,000 students in my Ultimate Surf Skate program, then you'll want a board that really mimics the movements of surfing, like the Smooth Star. If you're just into Instagram reels, which have no meaning or translation into the waves, then you might be able to get away with a stiff longboard or a regular skateboard. To me, the definition of surf skate is a board that rides as if you're surfing. The street longboards and stuff some people use, I would just consider cruisers, used to get you from A to B. And finally, we need to talk about your ability level. If you're already an epic skater, you might be an epic surfer, then you can get away with some pretty radical settings on your surf skates. You can have super loose trucks, and you can even experiment with small wheels and even a small board just for fun. But if you are a beginner, like a lot of the surfers that I coach initially start off on the surf skates as beginners, then a more conservative setup generally suits best. So that means we want to tighten the trucks. We want to have some nice, thick, strong wheels. So generally the mediums, just to make sure that they're getting a nice grip against the ground. And that's generally the safest way to approach. As you get better along your surf skate journey and as you progress, you can progressively loosen your trucks and then start to experiment from there. In summary, when choosing a surf skate, you'll want to consider these main things. Your height. Taller people have longer legs and need bigger decks. Your weight. Heavier people may consider bigger wheels for extra grip and longevity. Your goals. Want to surf better? Grab a surf-specific surf skate like a Smooth Star. And your ability level. Tight trucks for beginners and loosen them as your abilities progress. Thanks for joining us for episode 2 of How to Surf Skate Like a Pro. In the next episode, we're going to take a deep dive into intermediate levels of surf skating. We'll rip into top turns, bottom turns, and more epic maneuvers. For more helpful info, check out my Ultimate Surf Skate program at thesurfersroadmap.com. It's my best-selling course and it'll help you go from beginner to advanced, both in your surf skating and your surfing, in no time at all. Check it out at the link in the description below. As promised, guys, here's how to win a free Smooth Star. I've put a link in the description below and also in the comments below that'll take you to a page where you'll have to fill out a few questions. We want to hear from you, get some feedback from you so that we can improve all our tutorials and our surfing and surf skating advice. And in doing so, you'll go into the draw to win a Smooth Star package. I'm also going to give away access to my Ultimate Surf Skate program. If you've already got access to that, you can pick any program from thesurfersroadmap.com. Also, I'm thinking, if we're lucky, in a week or two, if you jump on my Instagram at KalesBroccoli, we might also give away a Smooth Star there as well through an Instagram competition. So make sure you check out the link down below and then join me on Instagram and you'll have the best chance at winning. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon.